When you see the word enyewe, just know it is showing someone has done something on their own or by themselves. In simple terms, the our noun class is a noun class that talks about living things. Last time I was talking to a student about the our noun class, and I told him that the our noun class is about hujambo, karibu katika ufalme wa Kiswahili. Kama jamii tunasaidiana kukikuza na kukiimarisha Kiswahili chetu, kwa sababu tunaamini experts were once beginners. Nawe pia uko njiani kuwa mmoja wetu na kuongea Kiswahili kama mwenyeji. Kwa hiyo nakusihi subscribe hapo chini ili ujiunge pamoja na hii jamii yetu, uongee Kiswahili kama mwenyeji. Leo tunaongea kuhusu matumizi ya enyewe na jinsi unaweza kutumia enyewe kwa ngeli tofauti tofauti. Nitatumia ngeli 6 ambazo hutumika sana katika Kiswahili. Hacha ni rudi kwa Kiingereza. As I said, today we are going to talk about enyewe, how to use enyewe and how enyewe is formed in the 6 dominant noun classes in Swahili. We are going to start with the our noun class. First of all, let's start by knowing what does enyewe mean. For example, when someone says mwenyewe, alikula mwenyewe, what does enyewe mean? What does mwenyewe mean? How does it add up in that sentence? So, when you see the word enyewe, just know it is showing someone has done something on their own or by themselves, if that is the our noun class. But if it's not the our noun class, we'll say something has done something on its own. A simple way to put it, I will say it's by plus a reflexive. You can say by itself, by itself, okay, by itself in other noun classes. Okay, so that is enyewe. It puts on emphasis on the doer. Puts on emphasis on the doer, saying that the doer can do that thing on their own or did that thing on their own. Okay, that is the emphasis that it puts on the doer. Now we are going to start with the our noun class. In simple terms, the our noun class is a noun class that talks about living things. Last time I was talking to a student about the our noun class, and I told him that the our noun class is about living things, all living things, and anything that has breath. And then he told me, how is the our noun class comprised of living things, all living things, and trees are not there? Yeah, so I think now I know that trees are also living things. Okay, but you need to know that our comprises of living things. Those are human beings, animals, insects, those things that can breathe. Of course, even trees breathe through osmosis, but they are not in the our noun class. Okay, we have human beings, you have insects, you have animals, yeah, fish. Okay, such things are in the our noun class. Okay, and the our noun class uses MW in singular. By singular, I mean mimi, wewe, and yeye. Mimi is me, wewe is you, yeye is he or she. That is singular. Okay, so our uses prefix MW with enyewe for singular. And plural, when I talk about plural, I mean sisi, nyinyi, wao. Us, you guys, and they. Those are the 3 that I mean. In plural, they use we. So let's see an example. Let's say we have an old person who lives in the room. Let's call him grandpa. He lives in a house, but while living in that house, he's not able to do things by himself. And this time he was able to eat by himself, to eat on his own. And then the person who feeds him goes ahead and reports saying, Mama, leo babu amekula mwenyewe. Mama, leo babu amekula mwenyewe, which means mom, grandpa has eaten on his own today. Mama, leo babu amekula mwenyewe. Okay, I hope you can understand something with that example. Let's go to the other noun class, which is very important, called the key V noun class. Now, the key V noun class is characterized by nouns that start with key in singular and V in plural. Any noun, most of the nouns that are starting with key in singular, just know they have V in plural, and that makes them key V noun classes. If you want to know more about noun classes, I'm going to put a video at the end of this video. I will put a playlist for you to watch each noun class that you want to watch, especially the 6 that we are going to talk about here. They are very important. So, in the key V noun class, you're going to use kitty. Kitty. Because kitty is starting with key in plural, it must be vit, it must have V. How we are going to say kiti kilianguka chenyewe. Kiti kilianguka chenyewe. So you can see in the key V we are using che in singular, and that means in plural you are going to use vie. Kiti kilianguka chenyewe, viti vilianguka vyenyewe. A chair fall on its own or by itself. Chairs fell on their own or by themselves. The next noun class that is very, very common is the liya noun class, or sometimes they call it the jima noun class. When you go to watch that video on the noun classes, you're going to understand why it's called jima or liya, okay? But it is mainly called liya noun class. This noun class is characterized by manufactured objects. Okay, but not all manufactured objects are there. It has vast things that are there. And one of the most common things that you need to know about this noun class is that its nouns in singular can start with any letter, but in plural they must have ma. For example, we are going to use gari, a vehicle. You're going to say gari, which is a vehicle, and in plural it will be magari. I know magari in Italian means maybe. Yeah, but now we are talking Swahili. So gari in singular means a vehicle, magari means vehicles in plural. So in this noun class, it uses li in singular to put to enyewe and ya in plural. Let's make a sentence. Gari lilianguka lenyewe. Gari lilianguka lenyewe. Okay, so it uses le, not li, sorry. It uses le in singular. Gari lilianguka lenyewe. A vehicle fell on its own. Gari lilianguka lenyewe. A vehicle fell on its own. Then you are going to say magari yalianguka yenyewe. So it is also using ye, not ya. Magari yalianguka yenyewe. Vehicles fell on their own. So when someone is using enyewe, you're going to be knowing what they are talking about. Now, another noun class that is very, very, very common is the easy noun class, or sometimes it's called the noun class. This noun class is the one that vastly deals with things that are constructed or constructed objects. An example is a house, and that is the example we are going to use. Okay, so a house is a constructed thing, and that's why it is in the easy noun class. We are going to say, for example, nyumba ilibomoka yenyewe. So we are using ye plus enyewe. Okay, we are using ye plus enyewe. Nyumba ilibomoka yenyewe. Nyumba ilibomoka yenyewe. Notice that the a is 1, so we are removing one a for egg. Okay, we are removing one. It is nyumba ilibomoka yenyewe. Kubomoka is to fall. Okay, for example, when a house is okay, then it falls down. That one is called kubomoka. Kubomoka, because it is something that is constructed. It won't fall just like this. It will fall step by step, like something like that. So that's why we are calling kubomoka. Nyumba ilibomoka yenyewe. The house fell on its own. Then you're going to say nyumba zilibomoka zenyewe. So you can see nyumba is still remaining nyumba, but ilibomoka is turning to zilibomoka. That's why it is easy. Zilibomoka, and then yenyewe becomes zenyewe. Zenyewe. The houses fell on their own. And let's go to the fifth noun class, which is also very common, that has now trees. Okay, it is called the ui noun class. Or sometimes people say mi noun class. Or they say ngeli ya miti, which means noun class for the trees. This noun class is quite simple because it includes trees and plants. Okay, trees and plants majorly are in this noun class. Not all of them, but almost all of them are in this noun class. We are going to use an example of mti. Mti is a tree. In plural it will be miti. An example, mti ulivunjika wenyewe. Mti ulivunjika wenyewe. Kuvunjika is to fall down. Yeah, to fall down, but it's where to crack. Okay, to fall down but to crack, something like that. So mti ulivunjika wenyewe, a tree fell on its own. Then the plural will be miti ilivunjika yenyewe. Trees fell on their own. So it is mti ulivunjika wenyewe, w, wenyewe. Then plural, miti ilivunjika yenyewe. We're using y. Okay? And now let's go to the last noun class, which is the pakumu. Pakumu is not considered as a noun class actually, but it is very important for you to consider it under that category, for you to know that it is important to learn it, because it is important for you to learn the Swahili noun classes, and you need to include pakumu in them, because you cannot talk about location without knowing the pakumu. It's quite hard. It's almost impossible because you're going to confuse yourself every time. Let me talk a little bit about pakumu. Pakumu is a locational noun class. A noun class that talks about location. So you don't have to know a lot of things about it. It doesn't have any other things. It's just about location. Okay? And which says pa shows a specific place when you're using pa. Ku shows a general place. And mu shows a place that is inside. That's simple. So for example, if I say nipo hapa, I mean I am exactly here. Nipo hapa. Because I'm using pa. Okay? So when you are putting pa in a sentence, it becomes po. Don't worry about that. Just go see the pakumu noun class at the end. The playlist with all the noun classes has pakumu included, I'm sure. If it doesn't have, just search pakumu noun class Swahili Kingdom. You will see it there, because I have a lot of videos in that noun class. A lot of explanations that I have made for students to understand, because it's very important if you understand that pakumu noun class and you don't get confused. For example, there's someone who was asking, when you ask someone ukoje, they say, there are some who say nipo sawa and the others who say niko sawa. So someone was asking me what's the difference between the two, but actually there's no difference. It's just the pakumu noun class, it's showing a specific and a common or a general. Okay? Because when you say niko sawa, it means I'm generally okay. When you say nipo sawa, I'm specifically okay. If you want me to translate in English, but it was not supposed to be translated in English. Okay? Yeah. So that is how you know the pakumu noun class. And I'm just wondering of a noun class of sentence in the pakumu noun class. But let me just give you the prefixes that are used, that are added to enyewe to form the thing in the pakumu noun class. For pa, we use p. For ku, we use k. And for mu, we use moi. Let me think of an example. You can say pahali penyewe pananuka. Pahali penyewe pananuka, meaning the specific place is smelling on its own. Like there's no one who has done something to make it smell. It is smelling on its own. Or you can say chumbani kwenyewe kunanuka. Okay, something like that. Okay, if you have reached up to this far, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like to buy such a t-shirt, there are shops down in this video that you are watching. You can buy any color that you wish. If your color is not there, you can comment down below, and then we custom make your own color. Okay, and if you are interested to learn the Swahili Now classes, I have an upcoming coaching, a group coaching that is going for 3 months, that it is going to have an intensive class in noun classes. I'm going to teach you the 6 noun classes that you need to know in those 3 months, okay? And you are going, apart from having a lesson that you will be learning from Teachable, my own lesson that I usually charge people to join, you're going to have it for free. Apart from that, you're going to have a coach, you're going to get assessment tests for you to learn, and then we go through them. You're going to have a group on its own for you to learn with other people. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy this class. And apart from enjoying, you're going to read, you're going to listen, you are really going to enjoy. But I don't want to destroy this enjoyment for you. If you want to see more about this class, the registrations are ongoing because it is starting in April. So the registrations are ongoing. Click the link down below to register. And if you are interested in supporting my work, you can buy me a coffee as well. The link is down below. Asante sana kwa kutazama hii video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tuonane kwenye video nyingine ya ngeli. Let's see each other in the next video that is talking about noun classes.